And we're back with another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. I'm your host, Nick Legato. So we just saw a heartbreaking, heart-wrenching scene back there. I was crying my eyes out. Go fuck yourself. Got another green beret. Now I don't feel so bad. Oh, happy day. Yeah, we have so many green berets. We have green berets coming out our assholes, so who cares? We are going to pick up maybe some more Phoenix Downs, and we're actually going to pick up an item we haven't been able to buy before, which is the Revivify. It has its uses. So we're going to pick up, I'd say, about 5. It's probably safe. Got a lot of potions. How are we doing on Phoenix Downs? We got a lot of Phoenix Downs. We're good. It's good. It's good. Alright, so get out of the way, woman. I will speech you. I'm gonna burn in hell one of these days. I know it. I love this music. It's the crazy pervert necrophilia music. So here we go. Big scene here. Big plot twist. More history. So if you didn't bring Locke with you, you obviously get to see none of this. Again, why I recommend you do. If you brought Celis, you also get, and Locke, you get a little bit of a bonus, but nothing special. She just turns her head and kind of says, looks down at the ground sadly and says, Locke. End of story. But anyway, so this is what he did for her. And he put her into suspended animation until they could find a way to heal her. Walt Disney. Paging Walt Disney. Cryostasis. Walt Disney. Waiting for the day. Alien! If you saw that episode of Robot Chicken, for shame. Alright, so that's pretty much all Kalingin has to offer. We saw Shadow, and for 3,000 gold you can hire him. We aren't really going to do that. And if you talk to the NPCs, you're welcome to talk around to the NPCs if you want. You'll find out that Terra went south, but we're not going to go south yet. We're actually going to go north. North? But for what? Jacques Cousteau, what are we going north for? Good reason. You'll find out when we get there. Red Fangs. Most of the enemies around here are kind of useless for raging, so there's no real reason to make sure you fight all the enemies around here unless you're going for perfection. Right now, the Marshal is the best attack we've kind of got at the moment, next to the Pterodon. Since Sabine is still 14, we got to get that fire dance going for us. And we should get it soon, in time, in due time. Forgetting we don't have to steal with luck, we have the Thief Blade. So random attack will actually produce the desired effect. Status-wise, yeah, Sabine's got a ways to go. Luckily, everybody else is getting close to leveling, which is good. Giggity, giggity goo, giggity goo, giggity goo, giggity goo, giggity goo. Yeah. Alright, so what are we doing here, you wonder? There's actually a hero ring. A hero ring is like having an Atlas armlet and earrings put together in a sense. It's a great item to give to either Gao, which we're not, or Sabine, which we will. We will give this item to Sabine for the moment. Where is it here? Hero. Or we can give it to Edgar. Either way, it's not a bad way to go. Well, right now, Edgar would probably benefit the most from it, so let's give it to him. The only time Sabine will benefit from it is when we actually have to put the Genji glove on him. And then he'll put that on there, so it'll be like he had all 3 relics on there. And we find out that this fagnut's gonna build a Colosseum. Yeah, well, keep that in mind for the future. It's a place I hate very, very much. Ah, shoot. And in the forest to the upper left, you'll find a Chocobo stable, which we will get to. Now, we could go to the desert and fight an enemy we haven't seen before, but we're still kind of weak. He is beatable. He is beatable even with standard skill, but not financially. It's probably a black hole. So we'll stay away for the time being, and we will take the Chocobo to where we need to go, because you can walk all that way, but you don't get a lot of experience from the locale enemies. from the local enemies. They don't give a lot of experience other than the, it's called the zombie dragon, I think. And the zombie dragon is pretty, or the whatever it's called, is pretty dangerous, so we're just going to ignore him. And like I said, the enemies don't give you a lot of skills and abilities and so on and so forth. So the easiest thing to do is skip them. There is one that might be worth getting, but he only spawns near the town that we're heading to now, which is called Jador, which is right there in view. South of there is the Opera House, but we don't have a reason to go there. And here we go. No reason to go there whatsoever. So let's go ahead and head inside. Welcome to Jador, the Shameland. Shameland. Everything here is frickin' expensive. And it angers me that everything here is expensive, but we're gonna have to make the best of it. You can buy Forged, which is a better weapon for Cyan, but we will skip that. We will actually buy not one, but two Kaiser Knuckles. It will be explained later. A Kodachi, but we do not have Shadow on our team. We're not going to be using the full moons. Now, if you have Shadow in your party, buy some of these, but since we don't, we're not going to deal with it. Let us leave immediately. Ninja gear is always a good buy. But right now, the Mithril Vest... Well, no, see, Ninja Gear also is better gear than the Mithril Vest. So let's buy... oh, geez. It's kind of tough to figure out what to buy here. It always is. But Edgar will benefit from this upgrade very much. So let's buy him one. Let's buy two of these. Two of these. Let's sell some old armor that we have on us, because we can. Like, we're not going to use the bucklers anymore. I need about $4 grand here. We've got lots of leather hats, which can go. Lots of plumbed hats, which can go. We're not going to probably use the mage's hats. Leather armor, goodbye. Green brace can stay, even though they're worth a lot. The kung fu suit, silk robe. Shit, we didn't even use the cotton robes that we bought. The kung fu suit can probably go, but we'll hold on to it for now, just in case. We're still short, so let's sell one green beret. And that should even us out, because we want 2 white dresses. And let's equip away. Optimize, optimize. He's fine. Optimize. We still got a Mithril, I believe we still have a Mithril Vest left. We should. Actually, we have 2 Mithril Vests left, which obviously one's going to be for Cyan, and we have a spare. The silk robes will be for the ladies if we come across them again. Sarcasm evading my mouth. Not evading, but permeating from my mouth. So, not much really to do here other than what we've already done. So let's heal everyone up. Though we don't really have to. And Gallo's floating, so there's no reason to hit up the inn. We don't use MP. We're not using anybody with MP, so there's no reason to really hit up the inn. If you have spare money, by all means, enter here to the Relic Shop, and you can actually, surprisingly, buy earrings. They're a little pricey, though, but earrings are always a good thing. So it's like the first Relic Shop to have something actually really, really useful. So let's keep moving. Here's Owser's house. There's only one item actually in this town. And it's either in one of the buckets. I thought it was in a bucket, but maybe it's here. Yeah, it's a Tentacure. 50 MP. Free 50 MP. This is Owser's house. He's an art fan, but you'll get to know more about Owser later. There's also an auction house in Jador, but it is closed. So, no point in wanting to go there since we can't do anything. Or can we afford to do anything? Item-wise, I'd say we're pretty good. We've got a lot of potions, so we've got lots of healing available, and not lots of money, so we're not going to be looking to spend anything. So, what we will do, though, to avoid excessive battling, because we can, we're going to take a Chocobo here. Chocobo. Somebody, a friend of mine calls them Chocobos. It's a goddamn Chocobo. Speak the language. Say it right. Anyway, we're going to go north here. Work our way around. If you talk to the residents of Jidor, you know the Screamer went here to a town that kind of looks like an upside down question mark. But if you were facing the right way, it is a question mark. This would be a really good place to save, so we'll do that. We haven't saved in a while. Good party layout right here, so we're in good shape. Alright, so before we continue, I'm actually going to stop the video after I explain a little bit about Zozo. I love Zozo. It's my favorite place to be. Awesome. And Zozo is probably the most dangerous place we've been to so far. It's got all kinds of enemies that are just the worst kinds of enemies you can deal with. They have powerful magic, and they're just awful. So, let's start with the toughest from the, we'll talk about them right now. The Slam Dancers should be the primary issue. If they're alone, they're going to cast Fire 2, Ice 2, and Bolt 2. So always focus, always focus your single target attacks to kill the Slam Dancer as quickly as possible. You can also steal Thief Knives from them, so probably try to steal one Thief Knife if you can. But you want to try and take them out as soon as possible, especially when they're alone. The Hades Gigas is the next biggest concern. And make sure that you use a rage that gets Gao Float, because he can use a skill called Magnitude 8, which is pretty much a level 2 Earth spell that's multi-target, and it hurts something awful, so keep that in mind. You can change him to Imp if you have Celis, but it's not a big deal. You can also sync him with Snare if you have Go, so that's another reason too. But you don't want to get hit by Magnitude 8, because that's a waste of healing potion. 4 healing potions. Ugh. Harvesters are pretty weak, and they will throw a dirk or a knife at you, and it causes some massive single target damage. So be aware of that, because throw ignores rows. The Gobbledygooks are pretty much the last enemy here. They're like the grease monkeys. They're a complete joke, but they do. If I'm not mistaken, geez, what was it? Well, anyway, they can cast Vanish on your own character. So if you can, one thing you can do with Edgar is, what is it? What is that tactic? You can use Noise Blaster to confuse them, and if there's like a small chance that the Gobbledygooks will actually invis your own characters. So if you can get that done, more power to you. So next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy VI, the Slumdog Millionaire known as Zozo. Lots of cool stuff here. Lots of neat things are about to happen. The story's going to put in overdrive. So we'll see you then.